Hey everybody, welcome to AnimeLove, a channel that all we do is give you anime suggestions and recommendations, top 5, 10, and even 20 lists, character analysis, and even some anime theories and a lot more. My name's David, and I'll be your guide. And before we start with today's video, I'll kindly ask you, only if you like it of course, to give this video a thumbs up, leave us a comment, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please feel free to do so. So let's roll the intro and start with today's video. Hi everybody, how's it going? Today we'll be looking at some anime that just can't be viewed out there in the open. These are shows that feature such themes or genre elements that make them a big no-no when it comes to watching them on the train or someplace public. You'll be questioning yourself a million times before even recommending one of these series to anyone. I'm pretty sure this gives you an idea of how these anime should always remain in your room, clinging in your laptop or computer, never seeing the light of day. You'd be in for a lot of inquiries if somebody catches you even watching a single one of them. So if you don't want it to become an interrogation that mimics the one we see there in the police station, then don't risk your life watching these anime series when there's anybody else around you. These anime series are meant to be watched alone, since some of the shows are just a lot to handle by the average person, to say the very least. Now, with that being said, let's make sure the door is locked and count down the 10 anime you can't watch in public. Can't have anyone sneaking up on us now, can we? Coming in at number 10, Izuku Reviewers.
いや、有力人提案したのは俺たちじゃねえし。
This show sure popped off in the beginning of this year. It even broke the My Anime List ratings at one point, topping the charts, surpassing the masterpieces we have when it comes to anime. The power of fans should never be underestimated, especially when it comes to veteran, cultured fans. From the same creator of Muro Tights, Izuku Reviewer brings in something completely different. Now you can see all the species that anime has ever come up with when it comes to the fantasy or isekai genre here in one place. No need to go anywhere else. The show features themes and scenes that are just a little bit too much to describe here, for we don't want our video to get banned or taken down because of something like that. Translating literally to interspecies reviewers, you kinda get an idea what's gonna come your way a few seconds into the show. Don't get caught watching this show now. At number 9, Kill La Kill.
これだけ見事に生命繊維と一体化している人間はそうはいない。だったらその体どう説明する？
本当に面白いね。やっぱり僕の目に狂いはなかった。
Action is a genre none of us can ever resist. It's the adrenaline rush that just takes us all in, making it hard for us to ever avert our eyes from the screen, featuring those fast transitions that make us jump in excitement all over the place. But what if that action comes at the cost of you having to see girls wearing nothing but threads at times? One of Studio Trigger's finest, Kill La Kill is one of the most original and unique concepts anime has ever come up with. Featuring Ruko Matoi, one of the most badass female characters, get ready to see some crisp, smooth, high-quality animation, along with those soundtracks that Studio Trigger is revered for. Imagine you watching this in public, people getting hyped by the action, but a few seconds later, the whole transition to the other scene where we see almost no clothes for a couple of seconds. That's the world doing a total 180 on you, boy. Better prepare for an explanation for that beforehand. On to number 8, Food Wars.
ジューシーな肉料理注文は以上だな二度とこの店に立ち入らないと誓えあんたの舌を満足させる品を出せたらな
Some anime shows literally take food to the next level, making your mouths water. Wanting to devour the very screen for what we're seeing is just out of this world. The master chef of anime, Food Wars, features a cast of characters you'll be returning over and over again to watch, for the show has been going on for a while now. I mean, it's a food anime. Whatever could go wrong? Well, wait till you see those foodgasms that come up at the moment you take a bite of that dish that's placed in front of you. coming up with one of the most creative ideas ever. Food Wars makes it hard for you to watch anywhere other than all alone in your room, for they take complimenting the food as delicious or marvelous to a level that only exists in our imagination, in our wildest fantasies. That's at times funny, but at other times makes you feel whether you're watching the same show or not. In at number 7, Kijo.
もらった。あんたのペチャパイじゃん。これは巨乳のようなお尻。
Sports anime aren't all that new to the scene since we've seen quite a few titles that showed us just how beautiful and touching the story of sports anime can be. But is Keijo really a sport or not? Well, that's a question to you. Being an all-girls sport, you sure know we're going to see a lot of people wanting to be spectators of the show, feasting their eyes on these babes who are in the pool giving it their all, wanting to win that prize. To add fuel to the fire, the sport only allows the girls to use their breasts and butts, so isn't that a high school boy's dream come true? Nozomi Kamanashi could shine way brighter given it was another anime, but Keijo is Keijo. Still, the whole journey, working hard to get to that top spot, being so passionate about the sport is something that at times is admirable. But all that's going on in the show would make you forget about it soon. People might question Japanese Olympics if they saw you watching the show anywhere where people can take a glimpse of the screen. Let's take a look at number 6, High School of the Dead. Being stuck in school with all these zombies who just can't get enough of you, wanting to come at you, not letting a single opportunity slip by. That's like the worst nightmare anyone could ever have. Imagine tuning in expecting a universe and story like Resident Evil and seeing something that makes it hard for you not to binge watch the show in one sitting. Featuring all kinds of jiggles and bounces and one of the most paper-thin bras out there, High School of the Dead is a show that doesn't hold back when it comes to the fan service element, since you'll be seeing a lot, and by that, I mean a lot of boobs and butts all over the place. Plus, they added a nurse as well just to make things all the more irresistible. They sure want to kill people out there now, don't they? I don't want to even imagine what would happen if someone was to catch you watching this show, for it'd be a situation you wouldn't be able to talk yourself through. Taking the number 5 spot, Prison School.
無事発見。それは頂上。すぐに帰還。千代ちゃん。
誰？
This show describes the most asked question of all time in the best possible manner. That question being whether you're a boob or an ass man. Getting enrolled in an all-girls school is every boy's dream, even more so when the girls are so voluptuous like the ones we see here in Prison School. Peeping toms aren't all that uncommon when it comes to anime. I mean, we had Jiraiya, who I have great respect for, despite the fact that he turned the hot springs into something else completely. The adventure of the gangs in the prison feature such comedy that you'll be laughing your guts out, rolling on the floor with laughter. Sure, it's a great show if you're watching it all alone, for it takes the parody and troll element to the very next level. But watching it out there where somebody could peek at your screen, well, I don't know about that one. At number 4, Monster Musume.
比べ主殿は私を守るため圧巻の教授に立ち向かったのだぞ。
私だってダーリンは私のために不良やっつけてくれたわ。
私の時の方が勇敢だった。
二人ともいい加減に。
何よ後から来て。
パピー。
多種族乱行法とか難しすぎるよ。
Well, this one is something different now, isn't it? Featuring a welcoming Japan ready to accept any kind of extraterrestrial being out there, Monster Musume is gonna surprise you from the get-go since you'll be seeing a dragon and a boy sleeping together. This already sounds so wrong. Get ready to see all kinds of monster girls that take lust to the very next level since each and every one of them feature curves you won't be able to resist, that's for sure. It's even hard to watch when you're on your own because boy oh boy does the show come at you hard when it comes to the lewd stuff. There's not a single scene in the show that's normal. since we have girls desperate for affection with all the sexual activities between humans and the other kind being prohibited under the act. But that makes them all needy, wanting them to be a target of someone's lust and love. People won't want to watch How to Train Your Dragon after this one, that's for sure. On to our top 3, and at number 3, Mac and Key.
あなたは誰なの？どうしてタケルと知り合いなの？申し遅れました。私はクシエ稲穂。今日よりタケル様のことをお守りするために参りました。
俺を？
タケル様の言い名付けとして。
Being a teenage boy who doesn't like to study, wanting to slack off all day without a care in the world, well, that's me right there. Imagine catching wind of a school that doesn't require any kind of entrance exams. Now, isn't that a little too sweet? Takeru Oyama sure is in for one surprise, since all those bras and boobs popping out of them aren't the only ones that would be ruling his mind, since he's about to come to know exactly what the school's about. Featuring action and magic in a way that's kind of unexpected, Mac and Key makes it spicy with those fights along with the ecchi genre that just makes it hard for you to drop the show, even when those lewd elements make you want to say a big no to the show. From the get-go, you'll see our boy right here in positions that are so unreal that no one would ever come up with them in their wildest dreams. But this is anime, and anything can happen as long as your mind can envision it. On to number 2, Golden Boy. The protagonist's name is Kintaro. You get the idea, right? Despite being short, this show has a lot to offer, taking the comedy genre to the very next level. Get ready to see Kintaro in all kinds of situations that make it hard for him to keep his cool, his perverted side getting the better of him. A few seconds into the show, you see this babe in that sexy dress. Well, aren't we all super interested all of a sudden? There's a lot more from where that came from, so brace yourself, boys. We're in it for a while. The thing about Golden Boy is that it comes up with scenes that are way too unexpected. For example, him licking the toilet clean because the girl's ass was on it? Like, come on, your kinks must have a limit to them, right? There's no shortage of erotic themes, and anyone catching a glimpse of you watching this show won't be letting you go without you giving up the title of the show. And at number 1, High School DXD.
あなたたちどうして主の言うことが聞けないの？だって私はもう違うの私の
The king is here. Better make sure you're on your best behavior. Coming up with a beginning like no other show has ever seen, High School DXD is the epitome of the ecchi harem. All kinds of erotic genres when it comes to anime. The art is done so well that you won't be getting satisfied from any girl here in the real world with those unrealistic standards the show would set in our heads. I mean, the action and everything is here, but trust me, no one watched it because of the action it features. I can guarantee you that. Showing a completely different high school, make sure you aren't watching it in class or anything like that, or you'll have all these rumors of you watching some hentai and all that, even while you're trying so hard not to end up on that side of the web. It's best to watch it late at night, all curled up in your blanket, taking in all the show has to offer. Alright guys, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, you already know what to do. And with that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.